My name is Carina and welcome to the Carina Chronicles. I accidentally deleted my intro while editing. So I'm back again and doing this intro randomly in the middle of the night. Let's start with this video. Should I tell you what it is about? Wait, I'll tell you what it is about. This is the Contradiction Book Tag. So, this book tag is created, I don't know by whom. I don't know how it came to exist, but it's really fun. I'm sorry that I can't honor the person that came up with this, but it's really great. So it's about contradictions. So you talk about the genres that you love, but books that you hate in the genre, and the other way around, and authors, tropes, and covers. And I just really like to do this small little video. So I really hope you enjoy the footage that I made and didn't delete. And I would like to know what your contradictions are. Give me a very good book recommendation in a genre that you hate. I would love that. But let's continue with this video. So the first prompt is a genre I like, but a book that I didn't like. And for that one we have The Fifth Science by Exurbia, which is a science fiction. Science fiction is one of my most loved genres. I don't read it enough, but when I do read it, I'm really, really excited. Almost always I give those books very high ratings, like almost always 5 stars. And these are short stories, but they fell flat to me. Some of them were okay, I don't even remember them. This is just not one that I would really recommend. I also heard the author is kind of problematic, which doesn't help because I already couldn't remember the book and I don't think I will read anything else by this author. But, well, we'll see. Maybe I will change my mind and try it again. But for now, if you're going to read science fiction, don't read that one. And I don't really like the genre romance, but the book that I really liked was Tegen Beter Weten in by Charlotte de Monchi. Romance, literally feel-good romance. This is a rom-com in the novel form, but it's really well done and it really made me warm and I just had to laugh out loud, and it's not something that special. Like, you have 2 female main characters and they are both not really happy with their lives and they're trying to change it up and come up for themselves, and they of course have a very happy end. And if you need to read some of these, because sometimes I need to read some of these, then this one is perfect. It's funny, it feels real, it feels like it could have happened, and it's just great and quick and all these things you want in such a book. So it's great, even though the genre is not for me. Then we have a trope I usually like, but a book that I didn't like. And then we have Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I don't even know what the trope really is, what I didn't like and what I should have liked maybe. But it's just this whole book. It's not the genre, but this whole book, like witches and hunters, and they have kind of magic and they need to hide, but there's also a little bit of romance, and it just sounds good. It isn't. It isn't good. Everything in here is just not it. And the way they treat women is really annoying. Because it's not called out. It's not like, oh, you shouldn't treat women this way. It's like, well, it just is this way in society. Well, no. So, don't really like this book. If you want to read something about witches, read something else. Not this one. I am going to read the sequel, obviously, because I should have liked this. Maybe the sequel is better, you know? And the other way around, a trope that I really hate is a love triangle, but a love triangle that I really love is In the Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Because, well, I just root for both Gale and Peeta in the whole series, and I can choose, and it makes sense. And it is not her whole personality that there are 2 guys in love with her. It's just part of the things that are happening to her. It's so, yeah, I like that book. I like that series. I like the movies. I like everything about it. And that love triangle actually makes it better, in my opinion. So that is definitely a contradictory thing for me. So, next to an author I really love, but a book that I really didn't like. And we just talked about how I love the Hunger Games series and I love Suzanne Collins, but The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is just not my favorite. I think the book is great. The book is great until like 75%. And then you're like, this is a prequel to the series. So you know how it should end. It is about President Snow and he is the very mean bad guy in the Hunger Games series. So you know that even though you have like sympathy for him in this book, that it should end on a way that he's becoming evil. But it doesn't. It doesn't until like the last chapter. And I find that so bad. So bad. I mean, like, it's so out of character. You don't see the change. There's no development. So, well, she has great character development in all her Hunger Games series books. This one is just not it. The other way around, an author I really don't like, all the books are like meh to me, is Sarah J. Maas. But A Throne of Glass was very cliche, but very enjoyable to me. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I'm still surprised. I mean, the second part I already didn't like, and I don't think I will like the rest of the series, but the first part was just cliche in exactly the right way to me. Like, that just speaks to me. I just liked it. There's an assassin, there are some love interests, and a strong independent woman. And I like that. And a lot of fantasy. I just thought it was great. But furthermore, I'm only disappointed by this author. I read quite a few by her, actually. Then we have a cover I loved and a book that I hate. This one is no surprise. It's Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is one of the worst books I've ever read and one of the prettiest covers I own. In my opinion, I just love the color shininess and the shadows. But this is a paranormal romance that already isn't for me. But the paranormal part in this book was so weird. I don't even remember that well, but I know that I was like all the time reading this book, and I was like, wait, but why is this good? Why is this good, but why do people think this is good? Because there's literally nothing good. I don't know why I gave it 2 stars. If I think about it, this is literally one of the worst books I've ever read, so 1 star would have been better. I think it was because of the cover. So then it's very good for this contradiction video. And then the last book, a book that I hated the cover but really loved the story, is Anxious People by Frederick Beckman. I just think this cover is ugly. I would have never picked it up. We read it with a book club and it was one of my favorite reads of last year. This is a funny story about depression. And I think it helps people to get through the day in the end, which is, I think, very important. It's a story about people that are in a random way in one room and can't leave the room. So they tell about all their problems and they are trying to fix each other's problems. And we find out that everyone has their own problems and sometimes is not happy in life. But life is still worth living. That's what this book gave me. And that's not what the cover says, in my opinion. And that was actually it for this small, quick little video. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know, what are your contradictions? What's a trope you love but a book you hate, or rather the other way around? Like a genre that you hate but a book that is the best exception to it. I really would like to know. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, you will be notified whenever I post a new video. I hope you'll have a lovely day filled with books and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! Even though it's a very short video, I really liked to do this. It's so fun to see what actually were big surprises to me, either good or bad. I really like to know what your big surprises are. Please let me know in the comments down below.